April 1917. High above the battlefields of Europe, Allied pilots searched the skies for one airplane above all others. It wasn't the fastest aircraft or the most heavily armed. Yet, whenever its bright red wings appeared, experienced pilots knew they were facing one of the most dangerous men in the war. His name was Manfred von Richthofen, the legendary Red Baron. Long before becoming a famous pilot, Richthofen served as a cavalry officer in the German army. Born in Prussia in 1892, he grew up loving horses, hunting, and outdoor life. Like many young officers, he believed cavalry would remain an important part of modern warfare. The First World War quickly proved otherwise. Machine guns, artillery, and trench warfare left little room for traditional cavalry. Richthofen soon realized that the future of combat no longer belonged to soldiers on horseback. It belonged to those who controlled the skies. Determined to find a more active role in the war, Richthofen transferred to the German Air Service. At first, he served as an observer, helping pilots locate enemy positions and direct artillery fire. But he dreamed of taking control of the aircraft himself. Flight training during World War I was both exciting and dangerous. Aircraft were fragile, engines were unreliable, and accidents were common. Yet, Richthofen showed remarkable discipline and determination, qualities that would soon make him one of history's greatest fighter pilots. Richthofen's life changed when he met Oswald Boche, Germany's greatest fighter pilot and one of the pioneers of aerial combat. Boche recognized Richthofen's determination and invited him to join his elite fighter squadron. Under his guidance, Richthofen learned that discipline and patience mattered just as much as courage. On the 17th of September 1916, Richthofen achieved his first confirmed aerial victory. It was a turning point in his career. From that moment, he devoted himself to mastering the art of aerial combat, carefully studying every mission to improve his skills. Richthofen's success earned him command of Jagdstaffel 11, better known as Jasta 11. Under his leadership, the squadron became one of Germany's most effective fighter units, respected for its skill, discipline, and teamwork. To make his aircraft instantly recognizable, Richthofen began painting it red. While not every aircraft he flew was completely red, the color quickly became his trademark. Friend and foe alike soon associated the brilliant red airplane with Germany's most successful fighter ace. By early 1917, Richthofen's reputation had spread across Europe. Allied pilots began referring to him as the Red Baron, a name that would become one of the most famous in aviation history. Every new victory strengthened his legend and made him the pilot everyone hoped never to meet. In April 1917, the skies over the Western Front became one of the deadliest battlefields of the war. The month became known as Bloody April because the Royal Flying Corps suffered devastating losses. During this period, Richthofen's remarkable skill and tactical discipline helped him achieve an astonishing number of aerial victories, further strengthening his reputation. Richthofen eventually commanded Jagdgeschwader 1, a group of elite fighter squadrons whose colorful aircraft earned the nickname the Flying Circus. The name reflected both their brightly painted airplanes and their ability to move quickly from one section of the front to another. Although he was an exceptional pilot, Richthofen believed victory depended on teamwork rather than individual heroics. He carefully planned missions, encouraged discipline, and taught younger pilots to avoid unnecessary risks. His leadership helped create one of Germany's most effective fighter units. Flying during the First World War demanded extraordinary courage. Pilots faced freezing temperatures, unreliable engines, and the constant threat of enemy aircraft. Every mission carried the risk that it might be their last. Yet Richthofen continued flying with remarkable confidence and precision. By 1918, Richthofen had achieved 80 confirmed aerial victories, making him the highest-scoring fighter ace of the First World War. His achievements made him a national hero in Germany and a respected opponent among Allied pilots, many of whom admired his skill despite fighting against him. In July 1917, Richthofen survived one of the most dangerous moments of his career. During an aerial battle, he suffered a serious head wound, but managed to land his aircraft safely. Although doctors advised him to rest, his determination soon brought him back into the skies. Even after his injury, Richthofen continued flying combat missions. Some historians believe the wound may have affected his health and judgment, but he remained committed to leading his squadron until the very end. On the 21st of April 1918, Richthofen took off on what would become his final mission. While pursuing a Canadian aircraft at unusually low altitude, he flew deep across Allied lines, placing himself in greater danger than ever before. Moments later, Richthofen was fatally wounded, and his aircraft came down in an open field near the Somme. More than a century later, historians still debate whether the fatal shot came from another pilot or from Australian ground fire. What remains certain is that the world's most famous fighter ace had flown his last mission. Despite being an enemy, Richthofen was buried with full military honors by Allied forces. They recognized not only the man they had fought against, but also the extraordinary skill and courage he displayed in the air. It was a rare moment of respect between enemies during one of history's most destructive wars. Although more than a century has passed, the Red Baron's name remains one of the most recognized in aviation history. His aircraft has become a symbol of the early age of air combat and the rapid evolution of military aviation. The lessons learned by Richthofen and other fighter pilots transformed military aviation. Their tactics influenced future generations of pilots and helped shape modern air combat, where teamwork, discipline, and careful planning remain essential. Even among enemies, exceptional skill often earned respect. Richthofen's opponents recognized him as a disciplined and honorable pilot, reminding us that courage could exist on both sides of the conflict. The Red Baron did not become famous simply because of the number of victories he achieved. His story represents the courage, determination, and risks faced by the first generation of military aviators who flew fragile machines into one of history's deadliest wars. More than 100 years later, the story of Manfred von Richthofen continues to inspire historians, pilots, and aviation enthusiasts around the world. His legacy reminds us how quickly technology changed warfare and how every victory came at a human cost. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another journey into history. Join us next time on Past Portrayed, where we uncover the stories that shaped our world.